up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, RK Motorsports Consulting. Who else we got? Earl Ramey Racing Engines. We just keep on going down the list.
We just keep on. For long, our whole show is going to be just sponsors. There's nothing wrong with that. We're going to say, hello, everyone. Bit of the sponsors. We'll see y'all later.
All right. Anyway, I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
It'd be a real easy show.
Simply easy. We have more money to go fishing then, wouldn't we?
I doubt.
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not. Oh, anyway, what's up? What you been up to this week? Last week. Anyway.
Last week, anyway.
It's changed now.
It's Monday.
We used to talk about going starting the week because we recorded on Wednesdays. Now we're recording on Mondays. So a little. You can't really ask somebody how their Monday was because Monday's just Mondays.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just Monday, but yeah, it was too bad. The weekend was all right. My wife's birthday was the 13th, so we were able to celebrate her birthday Saturday night. So we did that, and kind of whole fiasco there for us. Man, we had to go out and get propane. Went to shop, fill propane tanks up, get all that, and we're supposed to go and get it's called...
well, go back just a little bit. My wife was supposed to bring some leg quarters.
Leg quarters. We was going to barbecue.
Some leg quarters.
Barbecuing. 100 lap. Myrtle Beach.
100 lap. Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, but anyway. But yeah, so she brings an awesome bag of leg quarters. 10-pound bag. The only problem is it was a solid frozen block of a leg quarter.
She took it out a little earlier, but I don't know what freezer she put that. She must put that one in the deep freezer.
That was in the deep freezer, I believe, because good Lord, it was froze. So after about an hour, we go out and do all our stuff. Try to find the McCormick Grill Mate chicken dry rub. Simple stuff. I use it all the time. Great. They quit making it, I'm pretty sure. You can't find it anywhere.
I think they quit making McCormick Grill Mates. Period.
I can't. And I don't understand why, because it was good. But anyway, so we go all over trying to find that. Then they call us, tell us, get more chicken. Okay?
What's wrong with that chicken? It still froze.
So we go to Sam's. They say, get chicken. Okay. So guess what? The only thing there that's chicken. Leg quarters. Frozen. So what? I mean, and then we go to another store, Food Line. No chicken. They ain't got nothing there. Literally nothing. They ain't had no hamburger meat. They had nothing. So I don't know what's going on. People freaking out, I guess, because it's almost Inauguration Day. So everybody has to store up on food. I don't know. But
maybe they're getting ready for the Super Bowl. I don't know.
It might be.
Maybe we can talk. Maybe we can say that. I don't know.
I figured everybody was buying up the food because it was Chili Bowl week.
That's what I figured, too. Everybody watching Chili Bowl.
It could happen. Probably not around here. We were probably about the only ones. But so anyway, so we ended up having to pretty much boil the chicken to defrost it to get it out of this frozen 10-pound block. And so we start cooking about 8:30, I believe. it was pretty late.
I remember looking, and we started eating at 9:15.
Okay, so it was about 8 o'clock then. So anyway, that kind of got pushed back. We were supposed to start cooking at 6, so we didn't really make that. But it was all right. We did our thing, and everybody's happy. They got their food and whatever. But
kids fell asleep right time they ate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, did that, and went to church Sunday, and went to dinner, and took a nap. That was pretty much about my whole weekend.
Well, when we went to Sam's to look for chicken, we just happened to walk down the aisle, kind of around the side, going to the back, and I saw they had mattresses there, which I knew they had, but I just happened to look at one. They had a Serta in a box, and I started looking up some reviews on it. So guess what I had to go do Sunday? Buy a mattress
in a box.
Buy a mattress in a box.
And I will tell y'all this right now. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how big a 12-inch thick king-size mattress is. Pretty sure everybody can figure that out. This box wasn't very big.
Yeah, it was about, I'm going to go with maybe about 4'8" tall.
Yeah, but
maybe
round it was not.
No, and I was going to say is about, 14, 16 inches square.
Yeah. I was wondering how in the world that thing got out of there.
Well, let me tell you about it.
I wonder if there was a pull cord or something.
That's what it sounded like. And I'm glad we didn't cut it open fast. I'll put it this way. It was wrapped in probably 10 layers of plastic wrap. And each one of them sealed, heat sealed. Well, they send you this. It looks like a letter opener. One of them little plastic letter openers. It says cut each layer with that. So we're cutting each layer. Well, we finally got down to the last layer, and all of a sudden, you just nick it, and you start hearing, and it starts expanding a little bit. It's like, oh crap! Hurry up and get it off.
It's gonna blow. Move.
Well, you don't want to do it too fast, but you want to hurry up and get the plastic off. If not, the plastic's up under the mattress still after it folds out, which it ended up being, and we had to finagle it out of there without pulling the bed skirt off. All that fun stuff.
Yeah,
but I will tell you. The Serta Sleep to Go. Pretty daggone good mattress.
I want to see you get it back in that bag.
That's not happening.
And in that box. That's what I want to see.
If I got it back in that bag, if I got it in that bag, it'd be cut into a million pieces.
That's what I don't understand, man. How do they do it? They don't anything like that. You buy something and it's supposed to go back in the box. There ain't no way some of this stuff goes back in the box. I'm just going to tell you,
that is a mean vacuum sealer they got. That
all right, kid, I need one of them for my steaks. But
I don't think you need it as a steak. The steak will be flat. I don't care if it's a 3-inch thick steak. That something will be flat. By the time.
That's a good one. That is for sure. So, well, that's good, man. You can sleep good now.
Maybe so. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I laid on it for a little while before I left the house because we just put it on today, actually. And it felt pretty good, which it says it takes 48 hours to completely expand.
Well, for the price, it's $600 or so for a king.
Yeah.
For the price of that, and it'd be a comfortable mattress, you can't beat that, that's for sure.
No, what is some of them things I was looking at, and they $1,500, $2,000 for a mattress.
Right.
And you know why they do that? You know why? Because they can.
Yeah.
Because they know you want to sleep on a mattress.
Well,
and if all of them cost this, you're going to pay this.
And I'm not, that's kind of like boots. That's kind of like work boots.
Oh,
I don't go cheap on my work boots because I wear them 14, 15 hours a day. So I'm kind of the same way with a mattress. Just because it's an expensive mattress doesn't mean it's a good mattress by any means. But you try to find one, like you said, with good reviews, and it's 9 times out of 10 they're more expensive. Yeah. The ones that are like that, and the Sertas aren't really expensive, but. The in the box or whatever they're called or
some memory
whatever
mattress, yeah.
But I mean, and Sam's got heck of deals on them because they probably buy a trillion of them at one time, so it makes it a lot better, more affordable, I guess, than the other one. But
we'll see if it actually lasts.
Hey,
who knows?
If it didn't, you didn't lose $600.
$600. If it lasts me at least 4 years.
Oh yeah, you can make that.
I feel like I did okay.
You're supposed to replace your mattress every 8.
8, yeah. So I'm figuring if it lasts me 4 years and it's still comfortable after 4 years, I did okay.
You did all right. Doable. Yeah.
Anyway, we got a cool show today.
Really cool show. Yep.
Cool show. And I'll tell you what. Let's go right into our first interview here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back again. Off a big win at the Sunshine Nationals down at Volusia in Florida. The high side tickler, Kyle Strickler. Kyle, what's up, buddy? Welcome back to the show.
I just came back to North Carolina for a couple of days here, and got a chance to see the wife and kids and celebrate our big win, and then turn around and head right back down to Florida.
I hear you. Was that weather any better in Florida than it's been here?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't much better. It was nice. I think Thursday, and then Friday it rained, and then Saturday it was nice, but it was cold, especially when that sun went down. It was really cold. But man, I'll tell you what, in Florida, when it gets when that sun goes down, the moisture stays in the air, and it's just damp, and it can be some of the coldest times and that you'll ever have at a racetrack.
Definitely.
I promise you it can. Oh, well, cool, man. Well, you just come off a huge week, or a big weekend. Awesome, fun stuff. Went down to Volusia, like we said, they run Sunshine Nationals, and we'll start off Thursday night. It looked like you were running pretty good. Then all of a sudden, to me, in the race, it looked like about halfway through, all of a sudden, your car just really stepped up. What did you think about Thursday night?
The racetrack, the dirt that they put on it is so much different than in previous years. It's just it was pretty treacherous both nights, especially on Thursday night. It just we get so slick all the way up to the cushion that it just makes it really hard to drive. But our car, everything was pretty good. It just finally we got to where I could do a better job than most of the guys on the cushion there, and just kind of was wheel spin through it and just right place, right time on those restarts, and then ended up coming home with a third place finish. I was really happy with that.
That's cool, man. And you just touched on something. I want to ask you, because me and Sterling have talked about this before, about you driving and how good you are in a modified and everything. And I know you say they're completely different, but just my thoughts about it, with a modified, with a smaller tire on it, do you think that has helped you moving up to a super late model and controlling your wheel spin and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely helps me with my throttle control and car control for sure. Just sometimes where I had to make a big adjustment was not driving the late model hard enough. But yeah, when the track gets super slick and really technical, it definitely made it easier for me coming out of the modified ranks.
I thought so, because it really looks like it to me whenever that like you just said, when the track slicks off, it always looks like that's when you really come to the top and really show them how to get around there. So
yeah, definitely,
that's cool.
And it seems to me like, Kyle, I mean, I don't know, but once it slicks off like that, you pretty much, I would think you'd have to drive so much off of here in RPM because like you said, you can either overdrive the car, definitely get too much wheel spin, or like you said, not drive the car hard enough. I'm sure that's a fine line there. So definitely being able to hear the motor got to be a big thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I use, if I can't hear the motor. We've done a lot of stuff with exhaust, even on the modified side of it, to where if you change something around and you don't realize how much it's going to change it, that we had the LS motor that was in there that I couldn't hear it. It sounded the same tone whether I was wheel spinning or not. So we struggled with that a lot. But yeah, being able to hear it is definitely how you control your foot. And it's early in the nights, the late models, it's crazy how much grip we're making with these things. And early in the night, you just hold her wide open and hopefully she turns. But as the evening goes on and the track gets slicker, then it's really, really important to be able to use all your senses to keep the car underneath you.
Deal, man. Well, cool. Well, as you said there, Friday night rained out, so didn't get to do much there. But coming off third place on Thursday night, Vinny and the boys there got to work on the car a little bit, and man, that thing was fast on Saturday. Tell us about how you felt about it.
Yeah, we just we kept on tuning on it, trying to get it a little bit better, and so many times Vinny wants to over tighten the car for me, and it's there's times when it's been the right decision, but a lot of times at these big racetracks, I think that we get way too tight, and then I can't drive the car the way I want to drive it. I have to manhandle it or try to be in control as much as I am with an out of control car. But yeah, we just kind of worked on getting it the feel that I wanted, and we got a good pill draw. Went out there early and set quick time, and we were wanting to tighten the car up, and he tightened the car up for the heat race there, and it was way too tight in the heat race, and then stagger closed up, and we got lucky in the heat race that Jimmy Owens didn't get by us, and he gave Jimmy Class Act racer gave me a lane on the top there, and I ended up getting through 3 and 4 there and winning the heat race, and then that put us in those front 4 spots. If Jimmy would have got by us, then we would have been starting anywhere from 5th to 8th, and it's just so hard with the air and the competition level that if you get in the back there, that it's always been easier for me to be able to be out front and kind of control the race. And but once we got to the feature, we redrew the pole, and Ross Bale started outside me, and I knew that if I could slide him into 1 and 2 and get to the top and control the race, that we'd be in good shape. But the car started out a little tight, and actually ended up about pretty balanced. So we did a really good job of making our adjustments for the feature, and everything that the boys did, working on the car and getting everything prepared was we made all the correct decisions for the feature, and ended up bringing home my first World of Outlaw victory. It was pretty awesome.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on that, first of all. But them last few laps there, racing with Scott Bloomquist, I mean, man, to me, one of the greatest dirt drivers of all, greatest drivers period of all time, in my opinion. And honestly, it looked like you just flat out outdrove him. I mean, how does that feel after you accomplish something like that?
Yeah, Scott and I have become pretty close over the last year or two, and being able to race side by side with him like that, and be able to make the right decisions mentally, and put everything together to be able to hold him off, and then actually pull away from him there at the end. It meant a ton to me, and he even complimented me after the race. So being able to do stuff like that really means a lot to me, and it's something I'll never forget for the rest of my life, being able to win my first World of Outlaw race by outrunning Scott Bloomquist.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, man. Well, all right. Well, again, congratulations on that, and that is absolutely awesome.
Well, that's the best way to start off the year, that's for sure, man.
That is an awesome way to start off 2021. But speaking of 2021, all right, I know everybody, you have to ask everybody because everybody's always got crazy Florida schedules at the beginning of the year. What is your schedule, your PCC Motorsports schedule? What's all that looking like?
Yeah, we're going to we're getting the cars ready here now, and then we're going to head back out on Wednesday evening and go to Alltech, and that'll be the first Lucas Oil race. Practice is Thursday, and then we race Friday and Saturday for the first 2 Lucas Oil races, and then after that we'll head to East Bay for the entire week, and we'll plan on running the Rockets for all of the Lucas Oil races, and then after East Bay we head to Bubba, Ocala, and I think we got 2 races there, and then after that we're gonna hop back in that modified at Volusia and run. We should be able to run the way they changed the schedule around. We should be able to run all of the modified Volusia week there, and then followed up by most likely running this Longhorn that we just ran at Volusia. We'll probably run that again at Volusia, as being as we were pretty good in that there. So
Yes,
finish up the long month of racing and at Volusia right where we started.
That is awesome, man. I can't wait to watch it. Now, I know it's going to be a long month for y'all, pretty much, the way that plays out. And I know a lot of that comes down to attrition with a lot of those guys. So we wish you nothing but luck, dude. And thank you so much for hanging out with us and being cool with us every time we're around. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and we hope to see you guys down there some, and we'll get rolling with this Lucas Oil deal. Now we're leading points in World of Outlaw, so that's pretty cool. That's the first for me.
Exactly.
So we have 2 races, a third and a first, and just really, really excited to get going here, and all the guys are working great together with PCC Motorsports and Craig and Shannon Sims in Indiana, but we're working on everything here down at Mooresville and G-Style and Donaldson Grading and everybody that's helped me out, Bill Steenshock, everybody that's helped me out to get to this point, and now we got a lot of equipment sitting in our shop and trying to get everything scheduled out to where it's not so tough on one person financially and be able to share it a little bit, but it's worked out so good so far. So getting ready to go Lucas racing here. Really excited for that, but it's going to be tough because of the competition and everybody's kind of meeting in Florida there. Those guys that were out at Phoenix racing in Arizona there, they're all headed to Florida to go jump on this Lucas tour. So I'm really excited to get everything going, and hopefully we can win us a Lucas race here.
That's right. Well, I think you got a good head start on it myself, and because, in my opinion, you just went out there and beat all the best of the best out there with Bloomquist and Owens and Shepard and all them guys. You showed them how it's done.
Yeah, for sure. It's confidence is so huge in this deal, and to be able to come out of the gate hot like we did there, and we can roll back down into Florida there, and knowing that our stuff's good and everybody on the team is kind of clicking, and hopefully keep the ball rolling in the right direction.
There you go, buddy. Well, we appreciate you giving us some time, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again about some wins here soon.
Sounds great. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bud.
All right, that was really cool to have Kyle Strickler back here on Chicken Bone Alley again.
Yeah, it definitely was. He definitely looks out for us. We appreciate Kyle
we
very much.
We really do.
But yeah, it's always cool to talk to him, and real down to earth guy, like you said. And I tell you what, man, he's rolling off a lot of good runs last year at the end of 2020, and coming straight off and right off the bat, running like he's doing. That's tell you what, a lot of people better watch out for him because he's coming this year. I really believe it.
Looking good.
I know he was saying a lot of the competition's coming that it's going to be tough, but I guarantee you the competition's talking about him too because he's definitely showing out this year already and
it really started middle of last year. I mean,
oh yeah, it really did. And
well, actually earlier last year, but I mean from definitely middle on, from Eldora on.
He
looked really good. So,
yep.
And now I do think the difference is, like he was talking about, with the Rockets and with his PCC ride, it's a little bit different for him. I think Vinny's still trying to figure out.
Well, I mean, it took him a while probably to get used to that Longhorn and figuring out the ins and outs of it, and they got that probably the way that car handles and the way that car reacts to setup and all is probably totally different. So I know it's going to take a little time, but they'll get it for sure. Very good equipment by all means. So I look for them to be strong. Definitely down in Speed Weeks this whole month. Like you said, it's going to be a lot of racing, a lot of long days and nights for them for sure. But look forward to seeing them here in about 3-4 weeks. We'll be down in Volusia, like you said, and get to hang out with them some and root them on.
We can get you took pictures with Cole last time, so I guess I have to take pictures with our wives this time.
Yeah, get down there and let them get there beside the car. Take a picture with him.
Here, hold your thumb up.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's cool.
Good deal. Well, we had to be so early in the year, there was a bunch of racing.
I consider this back. I consider race season back now.
It pretty much is.
It's back now.
Now it starts
heavy.
Well, it really starts with the Tulsa Shootout. I mean, that's just kind of the prequel to everything.
Yeah, it seems like everything starts then, and then the Wild West Shootout starts, and then Sunshine Nationals, and then boom, it's everywhere. So,
normally it would be at
Super Bowl,
Golden Isle.
Yeah, I hate that it's not there because that's an easy little trip for us to get down there. It's not too far, and always a real good race down there. So I hate they're not going to be there this year, but hey.
Just glad Alltech stepped up and said, "Hey, come here instead.
Yeah,
if you can't go there, come here."
Yep.
So that was really cool to see them go there. But anyway, let's go back. Chili Bowl, since we watched it while we was over here, for your wife's birthday.
Yeah.
Well,
we watched the preliminaries because the Chili Bowl was about, 12:30 at night.
All right. I understand 100% that, they're Central Time. I get it. I get that. But that's only an hour difference from us.
Yeah. So they're starting the main at 11 o'clock there. Or whatever it was.
I mean, now they said the track work went longer than they thought.
Yeah. Said it was different dirt or something this year, and they caught a lot of devil with it the whole time.
I was watching it. I was reading some stuff on Twitter about it. So it said it really wasn't different dirt. It just it said it got to a point. It got to a point and then held moisture more than they thought. And so they actually had to remove a lot of dirt to get the moisture, get some of the moisture out. And it still obviously held pretty good moisture because it come up a pretty hard,
ridiculously big curb. Yeah, it wasn't no cushion. It was a curb.
It wasn't soft at all.
No, it definitely added to that flip count for sure.
Yeah. Christopher Bell, I think, added 5 himself.
Yeah, he definitely got he definitely got his belt run there a good bit. I'm sure he was dizzy, but yeah, the whole week, man. For one thing, kudos to them guys, man, for keeping that track raceable, because good Lord have mercy, the laps turned on that track is unbelievable. And
it's crazy.
300 something entries, whatever it was, 300 something midgets, I guess it was.
Yeah.
So a whole week full of racing for sure. And
how about our buddy that was on here the other week, real quick, Scott Towsley, went out there in his hot laps first of the night, 4th fastest overall.
That's huge. That's
Wednesday night.
To do that is
never been
ridiculous.
in a midget before.
That's insane. Especially you don't get any laps.
They got a little bit of practice on Monday. They said there was a practice session on Monday.
But I mean, you talking about 10, 15 laps probably.
Yeah,
it ain't much. I mean, not enough time to get used to a car and get used to people around you on that little racetrack. So, yeah, definitely did a great job. Caught some bad luck, though, man. I hate that for him. Going down there and renting the car, and it just didn't work out for him this time for sure. But
no, he had some troubles with that car. It when he went out for his heat race, it cut off before the green flag, so he had to start the back and couldn't ever really move up. And then all of a sudden, at the end of his heat race, or that was a qualifier, at the end of the heat race, because he said wasn't running right again, and something broke on it, and he went tumbling down the. I think the front stretch. Might have been back stretch.
Yeah, I hate
one
that,
of the straightaways. He went tumbling down it, end over end.
He had trouble again in his.
And then on those.
What was it? M mains. Yeah. He had trouble there too. So
the car wouldn't stay running.
Yeah, I hate that, man. But I guess that's what you get.
That's
I mean,
racing.
you don't never
Sometimes.
know. You don't never know, especially when it's not your own car. You don't know the ins and outs of it. You don't know how it is or what So, but
still got to be an awesome experience.
Oh, it's got to be insane to be around that and that atmosphere. And did an awesome job to be able to even get down there and run. So that's awesome for sure for him. And there was a lot of guys there. I heard listening, a lot of young guys that had their first time there, and just.
How about the one dude? Speaking of first times there.
Oh, you talking about
the dude that didn't even know what a sprint car was?
Yeah.
A month before the Chili Bowl.
He gets out there and buys all this stuff up and goes and runs. Yeah.
And
Jesus.
didn't even have. Now get this. This is where I have an issue here. To get into the was it the river, whatever it is, the place, the Chili Bowl. River
something Expo
something
Center.
Expo, whatever. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it right now. Whatever. River Center Expo Center. That's
There you
go. You had to have a mask. It was required. To race a midget, a head and neck restraint was not required.
That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? No, especially as flip friendly as those things are.
Dude, put on now. At least he put this on. I mean, because if not, he liable to have a broken neck the way he flipped. He put on a go-kart style neck collar
Wow.
and went out there and raced it like that.
Mm.
Never been in one before, never seen one. Went and bought it and went out there in a heat race and demolished it. I heard they got it back together.
Yeah, they did.
That was a qualifier, and then got it back together and went out for a heat race.
Yeah. I don't understand that, man. See, that, like you said, I think they need to definitely have their limitations on some people for sure that don't need to be there like that. But, because of his safety and others
they did say
around
he
him.
had run asphalt modified like twice.
Wow. Well, at least he don't have a broke neck now. So, but yeah, but there was a lot of flipping going on, a lot of tore up stuff, man. The front ends on them things don't stay together too well. It seemed like every time I saw one flip, the front axle was tore up, shocks was tore up. But I know that's an easy fix for those things.
Yeah, they somewhat build them like that. I mean,
right, so it doesn't tear up other things.
They were showing the front end. We don't see midgets around here very much. I mean, we just don't. They don't race around here. You have to go up. Well, they don't even run them in Millbridge. They run them one time. They ran them one time. That's the only time Millbridge has ever had midgets.
First time last, so ago.
Yeah, and they were showing the front end on one, and I was like, oh, that's cool. The way they make the front end is really just clamps that go to the frame and a clamp that goes on the axle that holds it all there, and everything else. I mean, it's just kind of all floating, really. I mean, if you loosen it up, it just floats around. So
right. So
they kind of built it to somewhat come apart.
Yeah.
And they say they can rebuild them shocks in about 2 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
They'll break the heads off of them, and they'll pop the head off and pop another one on, and shafts same way.
But they went through a lot of equipment, I tell you that for sure, because there was a bunch of stuff tore up, and that curb that they had built up throughout the week definitely played a big toll in that.
Well, in some nights it was, but some nights it just slicked off all the way to the wall almost, and they were bouncing off the wall a couple nights.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed a lot different day to day this year than it has in previous years. Seemed like, but
I don't know which I like better. I think I like seeing it with a cushion / curb up there more than I like seeing it when they run all the way to the wall myself.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's a little harder to pass for sure with that big curve.
Yeah, it is.
Which, I mean, again, makes for a good race. You have to kind of root their way through there, which, is good. And I think the end of that A main there, if Christopher hadn't got up on that curb and flipped it, I think that'd have been a good race. I'm not saying he would have gotten around Kyle, but I think he would have had to get into him to get around him.
Pull a mean slider on him.
Yeah, so it would have been exciting for sure. But congrats to Kyle for getting his second in a row there. He tried for years and wasn't able to do it, and now he's got 2 in a row, so that's cool.
I saw in the last 5 years, I think it is. Nobody's won that other than Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
And right before that was when Rico won it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. So, yeah, they got it definitely down, and they're up front every single time you see them on the racetrack. So, they definitely got it figured out. And Paul Silva, I think he got
1,000.
He has got it going on.
He has not lost a Tulsa shootout. But did you see what he tweeted about Kyle's car?
I saw something about it. There was a lot of differences between a regular.
Yeah, I guess.
Theirs, yeah.
Like I said, we don't see them around here, so we don't know. I guess they build certain ones for indoor races like that, and a lot lighter, a lot of carbon fiber panels and stuff like that. They said the only carbon fiber that was on that car was just on top of the K&M filter.
It's crazy.
And the whole body, all the body panels on it were aluminum panels. They said it was an outdoor car. So he's got something figured out. That dude, and the bad thing is, he says, and Kyle Larson was talking about this last year, he said, Paul says he really don't like to run a whole lot of races. I'm like, dude, you ran 90-some races and 140-some last year.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. They definitely got it figured out. They work together well. I don't think it matters what they're running. They work together very good. So maybe put Paul Silva on top of the Hendrick pit box. Maybe that'll help him out. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was pretty good racing all around. A lot of racing. Flo did a great job. covering everything all week. Switched everything over, totally switched everything over for the last couple races of the weekend, which was, to me, it was kind of weird. But, well,
like Bob Dillner, like him. His position where he sits there in the pits, kind of overlooking the pits, where he always is. I just don't understand it doing that for one night.
No, I don't really either. And I know they do it just because that kind of weeds out all the preliminary guys, whatever, I guess. But we haven't had this in the previous year. This is all we've had.
Yeah,
seeing what we saw, so we didn't really have anything to compare it to. But now, being that Flo did such a good job all week covering everything and kind of building everything up for the last night or the last couple races, just to kind of let it go. I don't know. It just seemed like, I don't know. It's kind of like they just showed up for the happy ending there, and that was it. But it was good coverage. It was.
Oh, yeah, it was.
But I'm just saying. I think Flo definitely got a lot of members because of this week. A lot of people tuned in to check that out, so that was good for them. And a lot of drivers used it. From what we heard, a lot of guys were watching it constantly. And
well, they say you cannot see that track from anywhere in the pits or anything like that, and so they were sitting on the grid watching the heats and stuff like that when they were going out next. Said there was about a 30-second delay, so they had to cut off for the last 3 laps, but. Right. I mean, it's a good tool for them to use.
It definitely was, but a lot of good, really good drivers, a lot of really good equipment did not make it into the main. And I'm not saying Chase Elliott by any means is a good driver on dirt in a midget, because we don't know. He's only run one race, and he only got like 25, 30 laps probably total. I don't know what. It wasn't much, but he looked good.
He looked good being his first time there.
He really did, and he had a lot of help. I know Kyle. He even said Kyle helped him a lot.
Briscoe helped him a ton.
Right, so he had a lot of good knowledge behind him, helping him, and I think he's eager, man, to get back into them things. I really am. And I may be wrong, but I'm sure Kyle and Chase and Chase Briscoe too. They got a lot of pull in things, and probably some pull in Millbridge. So I hope to see a kind of a regular class of midgets up there soon, because that would make that track's perfect to run the midgets on, and can make a heck of a show up there. So I definitely look to see Chase Elliott back at the Chili Bowl next year if everything works out. But there was a pile of competition from all over. I mean, it's so hard to make it into that A. It is ridiculous.
It's insane. It's one of them things that if you just make it to, in my opinion, if you can make it to the D, E, maybe even F, sometimes. That's just, that means you were running pretty good.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. And, it's also kind of deceiving to me, but there's no way that they can run. There's no way you can run every car every night on the same surface. Can't do it. So there's a whole lot of luck, in my opinion, that goes into the Chili Bowl also. But there's no way that Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, all them guys get that lucky every year. That's not.
Oh no,
that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the people that are really good and have good equipment, this, that, and the other, but they're below the Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell level.
Right.
You got to have a lot of luck fall into play there. You got to have a lot of. Well, you got to have. We already saw it. If you starting to tail with some of those qualifiers, that puts you so far back. It's ridiculous how much it drops.
Especially when if the track's fresh or something out there, when you go out for your qualifier, you can't hardly pass.
Right.
And so you can have the best car out there, but be stuck in the back, can't pass, and then that puts you in a bad heat for that night. You may not make it to the A that night, your night,
right? Because
of just how track conditions
just
were.
A bad draw. Right.
Exactly. So it is a lot of luck. A lot of numbers playing out there, and I'm gonna tell you, I can't.
Oh man, I looked it up.
I can't wrap my head around it.
No, you can't. But they got like a breakdown. I looked it up while I was watching Thursday night or Friday night, whatever it was. Excuse me, and kind of a breakdown of how everything works, and it still is confusing as I don't know what. But there's a full night within every night of the week,
right?
And then it goes to Saturday. All the way to an N main. There's 2 N mains, 2 M all the way down, and some of them there's this many transfer in the first main and this many transfer in the second. And where do they go and how do they? It's very confusing, but they got it figured out. They do, and but Lord have mercy, there's a lot of idle time that to me would be so hard to figure out, because if you get on the track, you got practice. You get 10 laps of practice on Monday. Your main or your qualifier night, whatever, maybe Thursday. That track's going to change 3,000 times between now and then.
Well, yeah, you get practice on Monday. You're right. Yeah.
So you get Monday out there on Thursday, and then what is the track at that point? You have no clue. And then you get out there for hot laps or whatever they get. It's very little of anything. Yep. And then you got your qualifier, and then you sit there.
Yep.
And then you don't get back out there, and it's just there's so much luck to me, and you have got to know what to do to those things and what to adjust. I don't know. You got to have your stuff together, man, because you're not on the track hardly at all.
It almost is worse to me because they started, what was it, Tuesday? They started actually mains, or was it Monday?
I think it was. No, I think it was Monday.
It was Monday.
Yeah.
They had practice early for everybody, and then Monday they started. What would almost be worse to me is, say you run Monday and make it through all the heats, make it to the A on Monday night, run the A. All right, go out there. Say you win the A on Monday night. You don't race again until Saturday,
right?
Unless you're possibly in the VIROC or something like that. One of the past champions or something, but that's few and far between. That's insane. Because if you transfer from your A main directly to the A main Saturday night,
only thing you get is the pole dash.
That's it.
That is the only thing you get. It's insane. It really is, and but it's really cool how they got it all worked out. But great day, man. I think Dillner interviewed Chase Elliott, and kind of what he said. It took him till over halfway of the B of his night just to figure out the car and figure out the track. That
I noticed
he couldn't be consistent enough to know what to do to the car even at all until then. And then you sit there till Saturday, you don't do anything,
Right.
So I don't know, man. It's you got to really know what to do and have a lot of notes there.
And I guess I've noticed here in the past year or so, maybe a little more than that, but when you get up into the upper ranks of each class like that, whether it be midgets, late models even, stuff like that. All right, I know we've been to Lucas races, we've been to World Outlaw races. They work essentially the same. They literally go out there for hot laps. They give them like 6 laps.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, next thing you're on the track for is a heat race.
Right.
Or qualifying. You might get qualifying. Depends how they do it. Sometimes they, heat lap or hot laps is your qualifying. And then you're out there for a heat race. I don't understand why. And I guess their thought is if you're good enough to be in this upper rank, you're good enough to figure out that car without much practice.
I reckon. Well,
and it's the same way with that. What I'm getting at, same way with those midgets. It's like you don't need much practice. We're not giving you much practice.
No, I
guess that's where you came.
I guess that's what it is, and I'm just so used to asphalt stuff because back when I remember asphalt, good Lord, I had so much practice and this and this and that, practice. Now, you get into this, and I guess that's why some of these guys in last year with the Cup cars, some of them with the dirt background, didn't mind not having practice because that's kind of what they came from pretty much. And, but I don't know, but it was very interesting for sure. And, again, I appreciate Flo for putting it out there for us all week and getting the closest shootout on there and all that was really cool to be able to see everything. So look forward to next year. I don't know what it's going to be next year because Mav TV Plus and all that stuff. So I don't know if it's all going to be on that or Flo's going to have part of it. Who knows? But we shall see what happens, man.
Definitely shall. Well, real quick before we get into much more racing, want to thank our sponsors of this show again, SRI Performance. Know you guys are building some race cars this time of year again. It is getting the race car ready. If you ain't already got it ready, be sure to get over to SRI Performance. Get literally all your racing needs, anywhere from safety apparel to engine components.
Everything you need.
Everything.
And you can also get consulting there now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get in touch with Randy, and he can help you with anything and everything. If he don't know it, he can find somebody that does. They'll get you in the right direction. And, it may not be something that you need. It may be something that you already have from SRI, but need a little help figuring it all out or whatever. Get in touch with them guys. They will definitely help you. They will not leave you hanging at all. They want to see everybody succeed for sure. And they just keep growing, man. They keep growing their products. They keep growing their knowledge of every aspect of that race car you can name. They got it.
And I ain't saying this just because he's a buddy of ours, but Randy Keene, honestly, he is the man on brakes. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
Man, we just talked to Kyle Strickler. Guess who he consults with on brakes? Randy Keene at SRI Performance.
Yep. He's said many times, yeah. I mean, that's what wins races a lot of times. So
yeah. And so if you go back and listen to the first episode that Kyle Strickler was on, he talked a lot about that, a lot about brakes winning races. So so they do not leave you hanging for sure. And also, guys, if you hanging new bodies on there, make sure you get over to Stock Car Steel. Get all the paneling you need. Put these bodies, make that car look good.
That's right. Get everything prettied up just to tear it up.
That's right.
Season's about to start, so get it all right.
I know where you can get some more at. So.
That's right. Keep it on. Getting it there from there for sure. So
and also Draco Springs. Make sure you need to put new suspension up under it. Make sure you get you some purple springs.
Yeah, definitely. Well, after you get your car all prettied up there, you got to freshen up that motor. So you got to find old Earl Ramey Racing Engines. He will hook you up.
That is right. Go give Earl a call. He's the man on all kind of motors. I mean, don't get me wrong. That man can build anything, literally. I'm
gonna get him to rebuild my lawnmower motor, I believe.
I think so.
He can do it.
But he literally can rebuild anything. Not only does he do race car, he does airplane engines. Also
does it all.
I mean, everything. So, but he is the man, absolutely the man on crate motors.
Yes, sir.
There's only a few out there that are certified to rebuild crate motors and reseal them and have a certification with it. He is one of them. So you crate guys, make sure you get up to Earl Ramey Racing Engines, get him to freshen up your stuff and reseal it back up so it'll be good and legal for you this season. But beyond that, super late model. He's got you hooked up on all that. He's even doing some big block modified stuff for these guys. So he knows how to do it all. Make sure you get up with Earl Ramey at Earl Ramey Racing Engines.
That's right. And once you get that car put all the way together, go back to him. Get that thing on the dyno. You got a nice chassis dyno, still new. And I tell you what, if you want to get on it, you better sure get in touch with them because they like he said, that thing don't turn off. They keep that thing rolling. They keep cars on it. Everybody wants to get on that thing, so definitely helps you out a lot finding out what you get into the rear tire. There may be a lot to be found like that. So definitely get in touch with them guys for sure and go see them.
Well, that's right. Oh, cool deal. All right. Well, speaking of flow racing, like we were just a minute ago, another race that was on flow racing for the past week has been the Wild West Shootout from what was that, Arizona Speedway? I think that it's
Yeah.
Arizona. I know, but I think it's actually called. I just always call it the Wild West Shootout. I don't even ever know what track it's at. No, it's in Arizona out there.
Yeah.
It was pretty much a 3-man show out there all week.
Yeah.
It really came down to 2, but I'll throw Ricky Thornton Jr. in there too. First night, Jonathan Davenport put it on him. I mean, just put it on him. Second night, Ricky Thornton Jr. come up, put it on him then. Then I think Tyler Erb got him a couple wins. And then I'm trying to keep up with it. I don't remember. But anyway, I know the last night, the big night, $25,000 to win night, Jonathan Davenport, Superman, the Fast 49, put it on him again.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like they were out there for a month, so I couldn't keep up with it either.
I swear I feel like this race, is this race later this year?
It may be a week or so, but it seems like everything in Florida is a week early, so I really don't know.
That's true, too. That's true, because I know they said they got to get back from Arizona. They have 4 days. They got 4 days to get to All-Tech.
Yeah.
So they're going to be trucking.
Yeah, for sure. That's a long way to come there, and
especially if you tore anything up. And
yeah, you ain't got time to go back to shop or anything. You got to go straight there.
Yeah, just rolling. So it was I don't know. The race was all right, I guess. There was one night that Tyler Erb and I think it was Ricky Thornton Jr. kind of traded back and forth some sliders one night. Other than that, I don't know. I wasn't real impressed with. I mean, it was good racing. Don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't nothing
exciting
to write home about, I guess. In my opinion, just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it can't all be barn burners, I guess.
No, for sure not. But I know them guys is ready to get back and eager to get started and see if they can keep up with old Kyle Strickler. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, I think our buddy gonna be fast.
I feel good about him this year. I really do, and I know they do, and got a lot of momentum. So, like we said, I'm looking forward to that. I think they're going.
It's gonna be cool to see what because Ricky Thornton Jr. was fast out there. As always, Jonathan Davenport's fast. So I really think him and Jonathan Davenport gonna be battling a lot.
Yeah, I think you're gonna definitely see Ricky Thornton a lot more this year. Definitely contending. He come on strong last year and learned a lot, and
yeah.
It's going to pay it forward this year for sure.
Another modified guy. And I'll tell you, somebody modified guy is coming up.
I know, dude. I swear, like Kyle said, a lot of car control and a lot of, car control in general.
Throttle control, yeah.
It's just, I think they really learn a lot from that and can carry it over to that bigger tire and bigger car. But yeah, it's definitely paid off for him, and I like seeing it, man. I love seeing it come up and whoop up on them veterans and the
supers. Yeah, me too. I do too. That's fun to watch. So I'm ready to see what happens at All-Tech this week.
Yep,
it's gonna be
kicking off Thursday. So Thursday,
practice Thursday and races Friday and Saturday.
Yep. So everybody be ready for that. And then the long week at East Bay. So, yeah, like I said, it's all getting going. And before you know it, we'll be in Volusia. So, it's definitely going to be exciting. And we're going to see what happens. But I tell you what, somebody else just had some big news this past week and was able to go down a little early to Florida. Our old buddy, our part-time co-host, old Derek Griffith, man, he got him some big news this week.
Big news for Derek. No, he's not on here this week, but I know y'all saw it all over social media. It's been all over Speed 51, everything, and that tells you how big a news that is. For him, for all these media outlets be putting it out there like they are. So everybody, thinks a lot of Derek. I mean, I really do. And
oh yeah,
we all want to see him get something more, but this is an awesome deal. He signed a 2-race deal with Venturini Motorsports, one to run Daytona and then to run
Kansas.
Kansas, yep. And he went down for testing at Daytona Friday and Saturday this past weekend. And I think Friday, he should put up, I don't remember, somewhere around top 10, but he said it was just single car runs. They weren't really, looking for a whole lot of speed. They were just looking, him get used to the car and shake it down, make sure everything was good. And they were going to really put it out there Saturday. Well, went out there Saturday, and by the time he was done, he was sitting third on the leaderboard.
Very impressive first time ever in Daytona, I'm telling you what.
Yeah, he had never run that big a track. I mean, he ran Pocono last year, biggest track he run, and now he's run a super speedway, Daytona, and are going to be running it. So very cool to see. Man, I'm excited for him. And plus, we're going to be going down there with him a little bit. We're going to go hang out with him Speed Weeks at New Smyrna. Like we told, we were talking about it with Kyle Strickler. We're going to hit Volusia on Friday night, the 12th. And then we're going to go watch Derek over at the big track at Daytona on Saturday.
We'll see him get his win, man. He gonna add some dates this year after this week or after that weekend, I believe.
That sure would be nice, and we hope the best for him. And we'll be talking with him soon, so y'all be listening out for him here soon. So, cool
yes, sir.
Deal.
Well, we had race number 7 of
number
our
7
Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals.
Sure did. I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors for the Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals. We are coming up on the last week of it. So, again, we want to thank Palmetto Machine and Fabrication coming on, helping us out with this series. Forward Bite Apparel coming up and helping us out. Also, SRI Performance, as always, helps on here, helps on their on our series there. Appreciate them. And also Checkered, helping us promote the series some. We sure appreciate them. And if y'all ain't on Checkered yet and you're getting tired of all this big social media, get on some fun racing social media. Get on Checkered.
That's right. Yeah, check it out for sure. You won't regret it.
Yeah, you will not regret it at all. Well, we went to Charlotte, the dirt track.
Yeah, on Pro Late Models, and 100 laps there. Kind of knew that was going to be interesting. Knew it was going to be slick. Knew it was going to be definitely a driver's race. And it sure was.
It was a driver's race.
A driver's race. A.
A.
Not plural. A.
Singular.
One.
Singular. Well, speaking of that A driver, let's go talk to him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the phone again, the other apparent new co-host. He is on his 3rd win out of 7 races in the Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals, Mr. Cole DeMint. Cole, what's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot. How's it hanging, fellas?
Wonderful. It's wonderful.
I'm still sad because I got lap. But it's okay. So I figured you to just kind of just row behind me for a little while. I mean, because you had a 40-second lead, so I figured you just let me stay on the lead lap at least. But that's all right. I understand. It's okay.
Well, maybe I did, man. Maybe I just got tired of it.
He said he couldn't ride that slow forever.
Exactly. Well, I got to hit the gas sometime, yeah.
Well, anyway, so as y'all hear there, Cole literally lapped everyone but the second place man at the dirt track at Charlotte in the Pro Late Models in race number 7. All right, give us a secret. What'd you find in that track to do all that?
I found the middle, man. No one was going. Like I told y'all after the race in the post-race interview, everyone ran the bottom the first 50 laps and, worked their way up to the top. And so, about 70 laps in with about 30 to go, that middle, it wasn't shiny. I noticed as I went into, I believe it was 3 and 4 after me and Zach traded some sliders. I was following him and I just noticed it was shiny on the bottom and shiny up top, but the middle wasn't. So I just went for it and it stuck. And I was like, well, let's see how long this holds. and it lasted the remainder of the laps. I kind of wish I would have found it about 20 laps sooner, but that's where I was going. And I know other people were saying they couldn't make it work, but yeah, it was working for me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I went in there and I just could not. I had no forward bite at all. So know where I went. So I wish I should have took some more time and tried to sit in the middle there a little bit longer. But yeah, like you say, I mean, you pulled off. I don't know. You and Zach ran pretty tight there for, I don't know, maybe 10 laps, I guess, after the halfway break.
We were trading back and forth, some awesome sliders up there.
Oh, it was really cool there for a while. But yeah, in about 40 laps, you literally took off and left everybody. So that's pretty impressive too. It wasn't just a whole race. You did that. You did it in 40 laps, whatever it was. So it is really, that's pretty awesome there for sure. But it was an interesting race. Pretty clean, really. Definitely stretched out, majorly stretched out. But everybody ran pretty good, and looked like you and Zach had a pretty good bit of fun up there.
Yeah, we like I told David at the halfway break, I knew it'd be him or Tyler. They'd be right up there after you bring everyone back together after the halfway caution, and he was making the high side work better than I was, and he got near me, and like I said, we traded sliders for, I don't know, 5 or 10 laps or whatever it was, and he got the better of me at the end of it, and he was pulling away a little bit, and I was at the point where I had Zach in front of me and Tyler behind me, and Tyler was closing a little bit, and it was I had to make something just because I couldn't run where I had been because it wasn't working, and that's when I found the middle. But yeah, before that it was throwing some deep sliders, but I trusted. I think that's what it takes whether it's iRacing or the real thing, when you're throwing sliders like that, it's a little bit of trust and respect with the other guy that they're gonna, turn under you or clear you when you're clear, and that's how we ran it. And granted, I didn't come out ahead at the end when we got done trading, but I came ahead at the end when it mattered.
That's right. It made them all look. Well, I ain't gonna say look silly or nothing, but you made it look like you were the only one who knew what you were doing out there.
I think I picked the limited late model, not the pro. I think that's what happened. I'm pretty sure.
I tell y'all, I put 2 cars in that class. Nah, he was just riding a super, and everybody else was in the pro.
Exactly.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, all right then. It started off, everybody tied up. It comes down one race to go. And you, Cole DeMint, and Zach Stroop are tied for the lead going into the final race, which will be asphalt super late models at Five Flag Speedway, 150 laps. I know you've said before that you look forward to the dirt races and just want to survive on the asphalt races, but I think you got to look at it a little bit different this week. What you thinking about it?
Yeah, probably a little bit. I think with it being 150 laps, that's going to be a long race, and it's going to be about not taking myself out and just seeing how it plays out. I think we'll see what the car count is and how many people hop in, but it seems like the asphalt ones we get a little bit wilder of races, and it may be more about not so much running fast as it is running clean. And I sort of, pride myself a little bit on racing people clean all year long. So hopefully here this last race, if it comes down to it and people understand that, it's how I race them, hopefully they'll race me back the same. And if not, at the end of it, if I don't come out on top and Zach gets it, he was consistent. So, I look at it the same way when I won my legend car championships. I wanted a shot at it, and that's all I've ever asked for and all I ever look for. So now I've got a shot. Now it's time to capitalize.
There you go. Well, we'll go ahead and throw it out there because we hadn't even told any of the competitors all year, and we just actually figured it all out today. The purse for the Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals, it ain't nothing huge, but for our first series on iRacing, I feel like it's pretty good myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
First place going to go home with $325. Second place will go home with $175. Third place,
75, I believe.
Go home with 75.
Yep, 450.
Fourth will be 50, and fifth will get $25. Also, first place is getting a pretty cool little trophy.
Yeah.
So, something to look forward to.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's not major money, but for the first time here and getting all our sponsors on board to help us out there and get us something rolling, I think that's going to help next time continue to grow that purse. So hopefully we can set aside some money and get some sponsors lined up for hopefully another season, maybe in the summer or something. We'll try to figure that out, like we said, but definitely a place to start for sure. And Cole's got a really good chance of taking that prize money home and that little trophy.
No, that's a pretty cool deal. I mean, I think I speak for all of them when I say that we appreciate you guys putting it on and the sponsors hopping on board to make these last couple months. You kind of look forward to them Sunday nights, get that scratch that competitive itch, and coming across with you guys and a few others, Tyler and whatnot. Some pretty cool people to race with and hang out with in Discord, and looking forward to next week. And you've got my PayPal information, so you can go ahead and send over that
go ahead and send that.
Okay, all right. We'll make sure we get on that.
That's right. Well, it's and me and David talked about it a little bit before. And I don't know what we're gonna do, but as we're talking, we it's just out there. But we thinking about we're gonna do a halfway break this race. Are we gonna do a little different? Are we gonna have just where you got to have 2 pit stops? We're going to limit fuel. I don't know. I want to do something a little different, though, to where it makes the strategy play in a little bit. But with you and Zach, I really believe, as tight as y'all are, I really believe that halfway break or that halfway leader point is going to, it may make the difference if one of you guys can get up there and get it. So it's going to be interesting for sure. And just really hard to believe that Zach, like you said, how consistent he has been, because he has not won a race. And it seems like either you winning, Cole, or you're finishing top 3. So I don't really understand how Zach is tied with you in points. But it's really cool. And it's going to be definitely exciting. Hopefully everybody, like you said, will kind of let you guys fight it out there and run between each other there. And for sure, I'm going to give you some room and let y'all go at it, because I think I'm 17 points back now, and there's no chance for that. So
you better not lose third, though.
I know. I got to try to hold that.
Beef Tips is right on you.
I know he is. So it's going to be tight between us two too. So, but yes, it has been fun, like you said, and I appreciate you guys for coming on with us and getting this little thing started. We didn't have a whole lot of entries this year or this first season, but made a lot of good buddies, like you said, on Discord, and it's just fun getting together and doing it, and hopefully we can grow for the next season for sure.
Definitely so. Well, cool deal, man. Well, it's been good having you on here again. And maybe, who knows, next week you might be back on here for 4th time and winning half the races. So good luck coming up Sunday. And regardless, we'll be talking to you soon.
Cool deal. Like I said, appreciate you guys and what you've done for putting this on. And hopefully we'll be talking in a week or so.
All right, buddy. We'll be talking with you. Have a good one.
You too. Have a good one.
Well, there was the man of the hour, I guess you can say. That's about an hour, I guess. Probably not even that long. It was kind of quick race for a 100-lap race at a dirt track.
Yeah, it was. It was very uneventful, and
which was a good thing.
It was, yeah. I mean, well, we didn't have to turn out like we wanted. I think we had 10, 11 cars. Wasn't that much. So, yeah, we didn't have but one heat. So I qualified 6th, which I screwed up. I hit the wall coming off corner. I had a good lap going there and hit the wall coming off corner and qualifying. So I qualified 6th, and
you made up for it real quick on the start of the race, though.
Well, by that point in the heat, starting on the outside then was not really the best place to start at that point. So fell back a little bit and got rooted a little bit out of the bottom, which is fine. I mean, it's what you had to do, but fell back to 9th in the heat, so that kind of was sucky. But didn't transfer, but 5, I think, or
4 from the
4 from the heat. So had to go to Concy and qualified 5th, or started 5th in the Concy there, and car felt a lot better to me, and was able to well, starting on the bottom helped for sure, but able to run up through there and ran behind Beef Tips, and I think he won. Yeah, he won the Concy there. But ended up finishing second in the B, and transfer ended up starting 6th where we qualified. But really felt good to start with in that main, man. I mean, jumped up to 4th right there and just rode for a long time, and was staying there pretty good with Tyler. Tyler was in 3rd, and I don't think at that point Cole and Zach are really pushing anything. I think they were just riding for that first 50 up to the halfway break.
Well, yeah, but they still lapped everybody up to you. By the first 50, I think you were the last car on the lead lap, wasn't it?
Something like that. There might have been one behind me, but it was I mean they were rolling, but it was stretched out there a good bit. I think I had 5 seconds to the 5th place man, so it was definitely stretched out in that first 50. But I kind of wish it would stay green. I really do. I told David, I said, "Man, don't throw that caution, bud. We don't need no caution." But anyway,
it didn't really matter.
It didn't. It really didn't. He'd probably lapped everybody twice, but no, it was good. I don't know, man. After that halfway break, I was kind of closing on Tyler there at the end of that first segment, and kind of felt like we was going to be all right for the second 50, and I don't know, it just didn't fire off good. Once we restarted, I don't know, I just lacked forward bite so bad. Forward bite's very important, by the way.
Well, maybe you need to go get you a hoodie.
I'm using my koozie right now. That's not, but I needed a lot more because I did not have any forward bite. Yeah, I'm telling you what.
You didn't have your forward bite underwear on.
I needed some. I got to talk with him and get some, but yeah, I just lacked forward bite for sure, and I went all over that track trying to find it and could not find it. But ended up falling back to 6th, but that was all right. It is what it is. Luke survived and didn't tear up the car. You
apparently were a 6th place car.
Pretty much, that was it. That was where I was bound to be. But that was okay. It was, like I said, like we talked about, it was a good race and it was clean. And Zach and Cole, they for a little while, 10 laps or so there after the first segment, they battled a little bit back and forth, and that was pretty cool to watch. I could see them then, but a few laps later, I couldn't see them anymore. They was gone. But it was good. It was good racing, and for the last dirt race, I think it turned out really good.
It did. It really did. It was clean racing. Had one little pile up there on the first lap, which is, it happens. Somebody got sideways and people got into them. It happens. Ain't no big deal. Just restarted, and it cleaned up there. So it was good. Yeah,
definitely was. So, like we said, we got really tight points. Really tight points standings now for the top 2. I'm in 3rd. 17 points back. I think Greg Beef Tips, I think he's 4th. He might be 20 points back. It's really close there for me and him. But the top 2, it's going to be between them for sure. There's no way. I don't think we can catch them by any means. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens on asphalt going to the super late model at Five Flags. Man, I'm ready for it.
Maybe we just talked about it. Maybe we can get Derek come run with us.
I hope we could. That'd be awesome.
That'd be fun.
He might can show us a little something. Show us the right line around there.
I don't want to run his line. He told us the last time we talked to him that his line coming out of 4, he scraped the inside wall coming out of 4. No.
Yeah, you got
way too low.
Yeah. So, but it'll be interesting to see. Them things are going to be slippery. Them things are definitely loose coming off the corner. You got to be real careful with them things. They'll get right on you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we I was on iRacing today, because I have nothing to do other than sit there because of still healing up from shoulder surgery. So I got on iRacing for a little bit today, and I didn't mess with setup. I used the iRacing fixed setup as we have for this entire series. And I filled it up with fuel, as we have done, and that thing was so loose on there because of that full tank of fuel. So, I don't know. We may have to adjust the way we're running this thing a little bit.
Yeah, I think we should. I don't know what we'll do, but I mean, if nothing else, we'll just put enough fuel in it to run 75 laps, 80 laps, whatever. And then we'll all have to come down, all take fuel. If nothing else, we'll just make everybody keep their same spot, whatever. We'll figure it out, but I think that'll be better. But I also like the idea of not throwing a halfway break and just making it about some strategy, see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, because I assume there's going to be natural cautions.
There's definitely going to be cautions,
and I don't think that we're going to, you could take a good bit of fuel out of it, and you could still run a good ways. You don't have to be completely full. So
yeah,
we'll see what we can do with it. It's gonna be fun.
I'm still trying to convince David to run 300 laps, but we can't. I don't know if we're gonna make that happen.
Well, it ain't me. Well, it is me, I guess. I'm just scared of how long it would take.
It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a while for sure.
300 laps is just gonna take a good while. Period. And then sometimes we know how some of these iRacing races can get. So we'll see. I think we need for this first series. I think we need to go 150.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. We might scare a lot of people away if we run 300. They might not want to with it. But
and then they'd end up with just a tie, for the lead. They just both say, we're not running it.
No, hey, that's fine. I'll run the crap out of it. See if I can make up 17 points. but no, it's good. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to it for sure. And like we said earlier, we appreciate everybody for joining it with us and kind of bearing with us and learning with us, I guess, because this is our first time doing it. Dave is doing a lot trying to get all the broadcasting stuff figured out, and there's a lot to do for sure. So he wouldn't have been able to race again, like we said, and he's been having to do all that. So hopefully next time we go around, maybe we'll have us somebody to help us broadcast this thing, and where he can get on there and race a little bit too. But anyway, like I said, it's been fun, and we appreciate all our sponsors for coming on with us and doing it. Maybe we can try to get us a little more purse for next time, but $650 purse is pretty good for our first season there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, we didn't expect much out of it, and everybody's really stepped up and made fun out of it. So that's good. It's really good. But anyway, what else we got?
Well, man, for this week, I think that's about it. I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about next week with everything firing up down in Florida, and we're going to be rooting our guys on and definitely pulling for Strickler there. I think he's going to show them something, and
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I believe he would. So, I don't know, man. That's going to be I'm giddy. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get it started. Ready to go.
Me too. Well, we want to thank Kyle Strickler for coming on this week, hanging out with us again, really becoming a good buddy of ours, and that's really cool. I sent him a text the other night, and it's just really cool that he responds to us, buddies, and just like, yeah, I'll come on there. That's awesome. That'd be cool. So we appreciate him a lot, and as always, appreciate our partners here. SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, SRI Performance now with RK Motorsports Consulting, all together under one roof, I guess you will say. Randy Keene over there with him. Also Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Go get you some power from Earl Ramey. Forward Bite Apparel, Checkered. Also, want to thank RMAX Solutions. If you were in the fabrication industry, or if you are at a race shop building race cars and you need supplies for your machines, we know all the machines need maintenance and everything else. Call RMAX Solutions. Look them up. Shoot us a message if you need to get in touch with them. We can get you directly in touch with them. And like I said, all them machines need supplies. If you need new fabrication type machines of any sorts. Really, of any
They
sort.
can find it for you. They can
Find
find
it for you, new, used.
That's right. They'll go get it. They'll set it up for you, get everything running like you need it.
That's right. So, anyway, guys, well, I reckon that's about it. We thank y'all for joining us again.
Absolutely.
And,
thank Cole for coming on again for the 20th time after his after his umpteenth win there, seems like.
We've got a few new co-hosts this year.
I'm telling you what, man, they like coming back, so that's cool. But, appreciate him for coming on again, and probably have him on next week. Who knows? Either him or Zach for sure, or the championship, and whoever's going to win it. But, and again, thank you for them guys for doing it, and old Kyle Strickler, we appreciate it, buddy, for sure, for coming on again, helping us out, and we can be rooting you on, man.
That's right. Well, y'all be sure to tune in to the finale of the Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals Sunday night on Facebook Live. Y'all come listen to me talk about it, and listen to Sterling be the in-race commentator.
Yeah, I might say some bad things because I'll be too happy sometimes.
But anyway, we appreciate y'all joining us this week. We'll see y'all next week.
Later.